Today in a student technician, we're going to show you how to MIG weld. Yesterday I showed you how to arc weld. Today we're running a Miller MIG welder. Okay? And I've never MIG welded. I've always wanted to. But I never got a chance. And since I do not know how to, here's my friend Dan. He will be showing you how to MIG weld today. We do have some examples of some good and not so good welds. Dan, please explain to us.
This right here is a decent weld. You know, you got to go slow when MIG welding. You never want to go fast, because once you start going fast, this is what that produces.
It's basically going to melt and refill the hole.
It's gonna look crappy. And this is good. You know, I started to speed up a little bit at the end because I was gonna call it a quits. You know, right here is when I was going slow. You always want to make sure your voltage is at a good voltage. You know, usually with this thin metal, you usually want to keep it around 3 or 4. But yeah, this is bad weld. That's a good weld. So
that's basically in between. See, right before the angle, he did get it really low. But other than that, it is a pretty decent weld. Overall, not bad. Better than what I could do. I've never MIG welded. So today Dan is going to show you how to MIG weld.
Well, before we get into MIG welding, I'm going to show you how to set everything up. Okay, so over here, before we get way into it, you always want to pop this. You always want to check everything. That's your wire feed. The wire is going to feed through that, and it's going to come through the gun. You know, here's your suggestions on the Miller-Matic 210. And alright, well, now we're going to start setting everything up. You know, gas, you always want to turn it all the way, and then 2 turns off. And you always want to test your gun by doing this. Watch out. Have it on. You want your gas to be really low. I mean, because unless you're, you know, welding construction buildings or bridges, which we're not going to be doing today. This meter right here, I'll show you as soon as you tap the gun. That's pretty good size right there. You know, it's hitting about 30. You always want to keep it low. Now, another thing is, you know, over here, you have your voltage and you have your wire speed. You have your on switch. You know, obviously the on switch is on. You always want to keep the voltage at about, you know, whatever's recommended for this type of metal. Like I said, this type of metal, we're going to keep it at about 3 or 4. I have it at 4. You know, I'm going to keep my wire speed at 30 because that's what I'm comfortable with. And we're going to get started. Alright, another thing is, you always want to wear protection, you know, gloves, welding helmet obviously, and a long sleeve shirt.
Not the protection you're thinking about, but the protection you should be wearing.
Now, before you weld, you always want to cut this wire to be very short. Especially if you just got done welding. If you see that right there, you know, that's bent. You don't want to start something like that. You know, it could mess up the metal and make it look all crappy if you're doing something on a project. You want to keep it short. Right there, that's about good right there.
Can you see it again?
Maybe even actually a little bit shorter than that is actually good.
You don't have to be exactly precise. Just be in the right ballpark of what you need.
Yeah, it all depends, really. Like I said, on the metal, you know, the suggestions are usually on the Miller-Matic 210. So
okay. Now you want to remember your ground clamp.
We'll set the ground clamp up.
If you don't ground your metal, you will not be able to weld.
Wow. You figured that all by yourself?
We figured this out by Dan trying and forgetting.
Alright, now, before you weld, you want to get yourself into a comfortable position. You know, that's before you weld. My comfortable position is just keep the gun over my arm or my fist. You know, that's my comfortable position. Now, when you're welding, what you want to do is, you're going to have the gun and you're going to place it. And you're going to hit this button right here and it's going to feed your wire. And when you're welding, you want to go slow.
Not too slow, or else you're going to end up with this weld.
Right there. Another thing is, you want to make sure that you're at your most comfortable wire speed. It's on you, your wire speed. My comfortable wire speed's around 30 to 40. Mine's at 30 right now. So here we go.